Hello, you gorgeous people, you soldiers, you wonderful people. And I say that genuinely, getting to this place, getting to this stage after all we've gone through makes you a very special person. It really does. It makes you a special person. We're all very special people. So today I'm going to talk about the looking glass again, but based on something an email that I received from a lady called, let me just find her name, Laura Hyson. And Laura has her take on the looking glass. And I want to just tell you something that the emissary said to me about that. Okay? Not about what Laura said, but about the video I did on the looking glass before. So I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So I got this email from Laura, and Laura was talking about the fact that she's, for a long time, she's been getting and channeling and getting information about this looking glass of being able to see into the future, okay? And a very long email. I was actually thinking about maybe just inviting Laura onto the channel and having a chat, letting her chat about it, because it's quite involved, the whole story. But she was talking about it from a positive viewpoint and saying that the other one is like a psyop, the looking glass, if we don't do these 70 things, it's going to fail and we're all buggered. And she was agreeing that it's probably just a psyop. Why right now? Why right at the end of when everything's happening? Why have they come in? Because they want to hijack us and try and bring us down. But I was talking when I was out running, I just said to the emissaries, look, for what I said, because I got quite a bit of feedback on that, I got more negative feedback on the venom than I did on the looking glass. Most people were okay with what I said then. But I wanted just to see what the emissaries wanted to say about it. And they said this. They said, the issue with that looking glass and the story behind it is this. We are in a current frequency, right? And if you think about it, where this started a long time ago, when we were very deeply immersed in the dark times, in the dark ages, in that low vibration. And so they were using this tool to look ahead into the future. But you've got to bear in mind that there's this link from now to the future. And what was happening was, at the vibration that they were at that point, the only thing that they were ever going to be able to see was bad stuff, like bad news. And what they said was the baddies kept looking and just saw that they were always going to win. They didn't need to do anything, so they stopped looking. Okay? The emissary said, well, when you're looking from a negative vibration, then in this matrix, and they showed me that it was a very complex thing that they showed me, a 3-dimensional multi-matrix round thing where there's so many options. But they were saying that from this one place, they were never going to see anything more than bad, because that was where they were at. Not only that, they said they were looking with negative intention. They wanted to see. Their intention is to rule the world and to have us as slaves and to have us destroyed. So that intention is a vibrational frequency too. And so they were looking, everything was based, they were deep in this deep dark vibration and looking forward from a negative vibration. They were never going to see anything nice. Never. Ever. And the emissary said, look at it this way. The nice, easy way to look at it. When you are feeling down, when you're feeling low, and you look at the world, you look at your life, how does it look like? What does it look like? And it's true, if you're tired or you're just weak or you've had some bad news and you look at what's around you, everything looks terrible. Everything looks awful. The world looks like a terrible place. Your life seems terrible. There's no hope. Okay? Why? Because that's the vibration that you're in. So you're projecting out that negative low vibration, and that's what you're seeing. Okay? What's the world look like when you feel great? when you feel top dollar, top of the pops, what happens? You look and you go, wow, look at that, way, everything's wonderful. So that's what they were saying about the looking glass, is if you were looking from a positive place with a positive perspective, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see that outcome. And if you're looking from a negative place with a negative perspective, that's what you're going to see too. So they said their last words, and I thought they were very, very profound words. They said, so that's the problem with looking out to the future. You can't look to the future and see a real future, because it's always based on what you are projecting from where you are. They said, if you could do that, we would do it, but we don't do it because we can't do it. Not even us. That's why they can't talk about when. That's why they can't talk about the future in detail. There's no point, because it becomes distorted from the place that you're at. So they said, what we do know is that we know what the outcome is in the end. We know because it's ordained. It's part of the big plan, the one that doesn't change. So they said, we know that. That's why we can talk about that. But that's why we don't go into details. That's why we wouldn't look ahead and say, well, next week. Okay? So there you are. That's their take on it. That's their take on it. Lots of other people do stuff. And remember, there are lots of other beings and light workers that are working, that have different jobs. So it's horses for courses. I'm only talking about the ones that talk to me. Okay? But there you are. So thank you for the motivation for this video, Laura, and maybe we'll get to talk to one on here. That'd be interesting. You can tell us all about your version of the looking glass. Okay? So there you are. It's all planned. It's all going to happen. No amount of looking at it and peering at it and manipulating it is going to change anything. It's going to happen. There is no way around it. So what we need to do is not to concern ourselves with that, is not to second guess it, is not to worry about it, because when we do that, all that happens is we slow down the vehicle. That's all. It's going to where it's going to go, but we can make it go faster or slower with our thoughts, with our perceptions, with the way that we look at things. Okay, so that's all that we need to do. So keep your chin up, stiff upper lip, stay happy. Don't worry. Be happy, have a Coke and a smile, and everything's going to be okay. All right? We can do it. We're doing it. We are doing it. It's not that we can do it. We are doing it. It's been done. It's done. So it's just a waiting game. All right? While you're waiting, be sure that you're doing something that makes you happy. See you later. Have a lovely weekend. I love you all.